Hi, my name's Andrew. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to focus on Middle East seed capital investors, and this is a series of videos on investor profiles that are part of my Middle East fundraising database. The guide to Middle East capital includes the following. It has 325 company names, key contacts, the type of business, sectors of potential investment interest, websites, company emails, key contact emails, and key outreach strategy points. And the database will be delivered in Excel spreadsheet format. Some key database statistics: about 185 or 57% of the companies are based in the UAE, 60 companies are based in Saudi Arabia, and 125 companies are either venture capital, private equity, or angel investor groups, so that's about 40%. This is the best database for first-time fundraising in the Middle East. This video highlights NBK Capital in the UAE, and they are one of 325 venture capital, private equity, angel groups, and investment companies in my exclusive Middle East fundraising database. Company snapshot: they're based in the United Arab Emirates, and they're classified as an investment company private equity firm. Their focus is on real estate and private equity. And the company description: NBK Capital Partners is the leading regional MENA private equity group. Company focus: the investor approach and strategy. NBK Capital Partners was established in 2005 and headquartered in the DIFC in Dubai, operates as the alternative investments unit of NBK Capital, a subsidiary of the National Bank of Kuwait. With a strong presence in Bahrain, Kuwait, and Turkey, NBK is a leading alternative investment manager specializing in private equity, private credit, and real estate across the GCC, Turkey, and North Africa. Company expertise: NBK boasts a seasoned team of professionals with a disciplined, patient investment approach, achieving a successful track record in the MENA region. The firm's expertise spans private equity, private credit, and real estate, showcasing strong deal origination capabilities and a hands-on operational approach to portfolio management. Geographic reach: while deeply rooted in the Middle East, NBK's vision extends to Turkey and North Africa. The firm provides a flexible financing solutions, engages in private equity, and focuses on real estate to create stable rental yields for investors. With a proven cross-border investment strategy, NBK identifies and accelerates the growth of business across regions through strategic acquisitions. And here are some of their previous investments. And some potential investment opportunities to approach them with. And you're going to see a little bit later on in the video, I've actually got the spreadsheet with 325 firms, and I do this for all of them. I help clients find out where they should target. Now, this doesn't mean that this group is looking to invest right now in these sectors, but it means that in the past they have. Other companies that are related to them or in their groups have looked at these. And it also includes some press releases and other interested sectors that their firm has been involved in. So it's a really good guide that you can use to build your database of these 325 firms. So given their past investment patterns and existing philosophy, you might want to propose the following investment opportunities to this group. Could be healthcare, definitely real estate, and financial services and fintech opportunities. One of the key benefits of my Middle East database is it includes tips for investor outreach, and this is what makes it very unique. There's no other database like it, and I created this database specifically for people who are engaged in first-time fundraising in the Middle East. Middle East is a lot different than any other markets, and to build relationships in the Middle East is very, very important. So I've included some key outreach touch points, whether you know the contact or whether you do not know the contact. Now, my database has got a lot of senior contacts such as CEOs and chairmen in it. And one thing that you want to keep in mind is until you establish a little bit of a relationship with contacts in the database, I suggest you use it to build your way up to those levels, unless you're 100% comfortable that you want to make an approach to them right off in the beginning. So if you know who the contact is, for example, in this case, you might use the touch points inspired by NBK Capital Partners' emphasis on alternative investments. Our opportunity aligns with your vision for regional growth and development. So whoever receives that, especially if you know them, they're going to know that this is a potentially good email and a good opportunity. Now, outreach for unknown contact. Now, this is really important. Even though the database is filled with lots of senior contacts, I do actually have a few that do not have them, so you may have to go in at the info at or the admin at email. But what I've also included is a large amount of HR contacts, and this allows you to make a approach to the company in this particular format. For example, you could use, in this case, a subject heading investment collaborations with NBK Capital Partners, and then your key initial email approach line may include, we're keen on discussing mutual beneficial opportunities, who should we connect with? So if that lands in the info at or the admin at or in the HR manager's mailbox, you can be pretty sure that they're going to do one of two things. One, they're going to give you a quick reply stating who you should contact, or they're going to send this through to one of their team members, probably at the lower amount. Again, starting at the associate level, maybe an investment advisor, maybe even a director. They're probably not going to send it through to CEOs and chairmen or partners at this stage, but that's perfect because you want to create a database of key contacts at many levels. For example, if I've already identified the chairman and the CEO, it's going to be a great strategy for you to contact associates and investment advisors. Why? Well, not necessarily to pitch your investment, but to get a bit of information about what that company does, what's their strategy, explore the focus of their company, and understand their internal process of how they evaluate deals. And this is really important. When I was working in the Middle East, I helped develop our company database, and we used this strategy many times. And we were working on behalf of ultra high net worth groups, both on the buy side and the sell side of very large real estate assets. This included assets and properties anywhere from $50 million to $250 million. So that's really key, that you build the relationship in the firm to know who you should contact, who you should bounce the ideas off, because there are many different contacts in these larger Middle East groups, and this is really going to help you, especially if this is your first time in raising capital in the Middle East. So let's take a look at the database. So now we're over on the database section, and this is the Excel spreadsheet that includes all the contacts in the Middle East capital database. And as you can see on the very top, we've got 325 companies. We have their country, description of the firm, their main business interests, their websites, and they've all been verified. And of course, this database will be suitable for all of 2024. I also have included their investment targets, 1 and 2 and 3. So those are based on information that is publicly known, information that is on their websites of different investments and types of sectors that they will look at. So again, this database is really meant for people who are building a larger data set of Middle East companies to either approach for funding or to possibly promote their products to, because there's a blend of venture capital, private equity, family investment offices, and investment companies, and high-profile companies in the UAE that are led by UAE nationals. So it's a really great database for companies that really want to get a very good look at some of the key parties in the Middle East when it comes to raising capital. It also has their investment territory, which includes whether they're just looking at either the Middle East or whether they're looking MENA or whether they're looking global. I've also included their key real estate assets. If they're investment companies that tend to look at real estate, I've included those as well in this database. Now, it also has, as far as key touch points, it has their company emails, and in some cases it's not available because they want you to actually submit your details via their forum. But I'll get to the key stats a little bit later on, and you also saw that in the initial slide presentation. Telephone numbers and contact numbers. There are two what I call primary contacts, and then there's a third which is the secondary contacts. The key contacts could include CEOs, managing directors, executive directors, and that is the same with the second contact title. You can see operations manager, directors of real estate, presidents, and so on and so on. And the main reason for that is so that you have a senior contact that you can reach out to. You can also check them on LinkedIn to get more details. In many cases, their email addresses have already been included, and I'm going to get to that again when we go to the stats page. And the third email contact tends to be somebody in HR. And the reason I've done that is because this database is very unique in the fact that I include outreach approach tips for each of these firms. There are two types. One is a outreach touch point if you know who the contact is. In other words, if it's been already identified by myself, then you could send them a line that I've included here in all the companies. For example, Saudi has a strong track record in urban development in Kuwait. Would you be interested in unique investment opportunity that complements your portfolio? And the reason I include these is to help people write their first letters, and also to show you that you should not be spamming this type of list with just a generic email approach talking about your company and the investment opportunity. This allows you to add a little bit of information about them, so whoever receives it is going to know that you did a little bit of work, and it should not be considered as spam. And the second reason here is I've got contact sourcing outreach approach, and this is if you do not know who the contact is. And this is really key because in some cases you may not have a contact, and this is the perfect way for you to introduce yourself. For example, in this case I put subject request for direct contact with investment division, and then as the body of the email may include, I believe you might be the right person to assist me. We're exploring potential investment opportunities that align with Salia's investments vision. Could you direct us to the person or team responsible for evaluating such opportunities? And you can see as I scroll down here, it is included in that type of line. They're all customized, of course. The same with the ones for the direct contacts that are known. They actually talk about something the company has done, something they've invested in, the sectors, or possibly what their company vision is. And this is really going to help you, especially if you're doing first-time fundraising, or if you just want to save time when it comes to your research for these type of firms. That's what makes this database unique. Another thing that makes it unique is it really sticks to mainly the type of companies that are either venture capital, private equity, investment companies. So there's no fluff in here. There's no companies in here that should not be in here. And that is the difference between this database and other databases that are out there that talk about investments and reaching out to other investors. For example, there's very little here when it comes to accelerators. There might be a couple of them, but it's not plugged full of what I would call just garbage contacts. These are really key companies that are perfect for reaching out to, whether you're raising funds or whether you want to present opportunities, whether it's real estate, investment opportunities, and the like. So let's take a look at some of the stats. So the underlying stats are there's 470 firms, 340 prime contacts, 90 third-tier contacts, and 90 email contacts when it comes to the third tier. So you're getting about 400 and a little over 450 emails, and the total company emails are 275. So those would be info at, admin at, that sort. So that's a really key overview of the database. Again, this is going to be a series where I'm going to highlight each of the contacts. For more information on this database, contact www.dubaiinvestorslist.com. That's dubaiinvestorslist.com. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe.